When it comes to saving for retirement, one of the single best deals you can ever get is an employer match. Here's how it works. Many employers offer retirement plans like a 401k in the US or a group or RSP or DCPP, which is defined contribution pension plan in Canada. And they'll actually match part of the money you put in. So let's say you're in $60,000 a year, your company offers a 5% match. If you put in 5% of your salary, that's $3,000, and your employer will put in another $3,000. Instantly, your $3,000 contribution doubles to $6,000. That's 100% return on day one. You cannot beat that anywhere else. If you don't participate, you're literally turning down free money. Imagine your boss walking up to your desk, offering you a $3,000 bonus, and you say, "Nah, I'm good." That's what skipping the match looks like. Over a career, that adds up to staggering amounts. Let's run the numbers. $3,000 a year in matching invested at 7% growth for 30 years turns into over $300,000. That's just from the employer contributions, not even counting your own savings. What can you invest in now? Some people hesitate to sign up because they feel restricted. They say, I want to pick my own ETFs, or I don't want money locked into weird funds. And it's true. With employer retirement plans, you don't always get full freedom. You might not have access to the low-cost ETFs you'd buy in your own account. But here's the key. Almost every plan offers target date funds. These are funds designed to automatically adjust as you get older. More stocks when you're young, more bonds when you're older. They're simple, effective, and set it and forget it. Many plans also offer index funds, S&P 500 funds, international equity funds, bond funds, and sometimes even REITs. They may not be the absolute cheapest on the market, but with the employer match, the fees are often irrelevant compared to the benefit. Even if your plan only has average options, the match alone makes it worth it. You're starting 100% ahead. Why it's basically free money. Think about it this way. Without the match, your $3,000 is just $3,000. With the match, your $3,000 is $6,000. Even if the fund choices aren't perfect, that doubling effect erases almost every downside. It's like your employer is handing you a guaranteed raise, but only if you're willing to take it. Now, if you're in Canada, a lot of employers don't just offer group or RSPs. They might also offer something called a defined contribution pension plan, or DCPP for short. Here's how it works. You contribute a set percentage of your salary. Your employer contributes as well, usually matching what you put in up to a limit. All of that money goes into an investment account in your name. Unlike the old school defined benefit pensions that guarantee a fixed monthly payout for life, a DCPP grows based on your contributions and your investment performance. In other words, you're building a retirement account that rises and falls with the markets. How it affects RRSP room. Well, this is where Canadians sometimes get confused. People ask, if I'm in a DCPP, do I still get my full RRSP contribution room? The answer is no. Your DCPP contributions reduce your RRSP contribution room. It happens through something called pension adjustment, or PA. Every year, your employer reports how much went into your pension plan, and that amount gets deducted from your available RRSP room the following year. So let's say your salary is $70,000. You contribute $3,500 to your DCPP, and your employer matches $3,500. That's $7,000 total. The next year, your RSP contribution room will be reduced by about $7,000. It makes sense when you think about it, because the government has given you tax-deferred space for retirement savings. They're not going to let you double dip with unlimited RSP plus a full DCPP. But it's still worth it. Even though it reduces your RSP room, a DCPP is still an amazing deal. Why? Because an employer match is still free money. And in many cases, employers will actually require you to contribute in order to get their match. So if you skip it, you're losing both tax-sheltered growth and the employer's contributions. And while, like I mentioned earlier, inside a DCPP, you'll usually find a menu of investment choices, often target date funds, Canadian equity, US equity, international equity, and bond funds. It's not the full buffet of ETFs you could buy on your own, but it's still a solid way to build long-term wealth. The bottom line, if your employer offers a retirement match, the number one rule is this: don't leave it on the table. At the very least, contribute enough to get the full match. And after that, if you want, you can put extra money into your own TFSA, Roth IRA, or brokerage account where you have more flexibility. But that match portion, that's the easiest, fastest, safest money you'll ever make. So don't think of employer matching as just another retirement option. Think of it as a built-in pay rise for your future self. And the sooner you start, the bigger the snowball grows.